Oh, well spotted. We are live.
We're live. Welcome Sunday Strongman, guys. The last one of 2024.
Last week's was going to be the last one of 2024, but there's actually been quite a lot of stuff, like information coming out this
There's
week.
been a lot coming out. We've got the lineup for Europe's Strongest Man's been announced. The events for the Arnolds.
Yes, the events for the Arnolds being the biggest news this week.
Yeah, and obviously World's Strongest Man is on TV right now. The Giant Slide's been on TV in the UK. I know you in the USA got to see all these things. Well, they got to see World's Strongest Man ages ago. They don't actually get to see the Giants live show. So I guess we're lucky in that respect.
We are. No, we're very lucky. We get to see more than anyone. We just have to wait longer. But I guess we can't have it always. But we hope you all had a lovely Christmas. It was Christmas this week, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Only a few days ago.
Was it?
Yeah.
Oh, this dog. Oh, guys. Too much information maybe, but the dog is going through her first heat and she has been absolutely insane today, hasn't she? I think she smells a handsome dog in the neighborhood, but because she can't get to him, she has to come to me instead. So,
you're the alternative.
I'm the alternative, yes.
Anyway, hope you guys are well. Have you had a good week? Hope you've all had a great Christmas. It was my birthday as well.
Oh, of course. Happy birthday.
Getting older, as you can see. I'm looking old, but
you were like, what's going on?
Yeah. I need to get focused. I've been eating crap over Christmas, and I'm like, I need to get focused.
I've been pretty good over Christmas.
My goal going to be for next year is get in the best shape of my life.
Yes.
I was trying to get strong again because deep down, we hate not being strong when you've been strong in the past.
Like,
when I say myself, Terry, all of us like older guys that used to be pretty good and now we're not as good as we used to be. And like we'll train for a bit and think, yeah, we can do this. And then your body reminds you that you can't. But I can get in the best shape I've ever been.
Exactly.
So that's going to be the focus for 2025.
Yes, and it's nice to feel like you look good as well.
I don't feel like it right now.
Well, it will be nice. So, let's see who is in the chat with us. Cousin Fred, as always. Hi, Fred, the tattooed zoologist. Karen, looking forward to some Liz. I am here. Oops, and Loz.
Thank you.
Hope you had a good Christmas. Who's everyone's strongman woman? Hear me out.
Trickster. We'll wait to hear you out.
Yeah, we're waiting. No, we weren't going to do a live today, but like we said, it was a bit of a spur of the moment thing yesterday. Loz has been away all day actually, and we didn't know what time you'd be back. But
I was back a bit earlier than expected.
Yeah,
so.
You've been arm wrestling, haven't you?
Yeah.
Having a nerdy day in Nottingham.
Yeah, well, just outside Grantham it was, but
yeah. Bit of a drive as well. No, you have to leave. I can't play with the duck right now. Oh God.
Let me
Oh no.
Buddy, come.
Oh.
Come, buddy.
Sorry, everyone. You play with her with the duck. Afternoon all. Hope everyone had a good Christmas, enjoying the holidays. Merry Christmas, Monica and Magnus. Who saw Kane using up another of his 9 lives on Insta? Did you see that? What's Kane been up to?
I haven't seen it.
I will have to have a look. It looks like Evan's Nana's been with Kane.
Yeah, he has.
Ah, that's nice. They've become good friends, haven't they?
They have. Evan's going to come and train with us later in the year.
Lovely. Here we go. Tim Wesner, thank you so much for the super chat. I finally made it for the start of the live. Sitting the desk, so definitely going to be playing it in the background. Haha. Hope you guys had an amazing holiday and hope you had an awesome birthday.
Thank you, buddy. Yes, we've had a nice time.
Yeah, we've had a nice Christmas. Just a quiet one with family, which is
it's the first time that you haven't had to cook for a while.
This is the first year, since like 2018 that I've not done Christmas dinner myself. So bit of a treat.
I went and trained on Christmas Day.
Yeah, I did have to do all the washing and drying.
We had a good deadlift day for my birthday.
For your birthday.
Yeah, we had eight guys training and 7 of them pulled 300 kilos or more, which is pretty cool.
Pretty good going. Pulled what, sorry?
300 kilos or more,
kilos. I don't know why I had 700.
And that's not like, that wasn't a bunch of strongmen. That was just like all members of Pro Strength and Fitness.
Yeah.
So.
Rob, who is going to do well at the timber test at the Arnold? So I guess you mean the timber trial on day 2.
So that's like a carry and drag type event. I can really see Thor being very good at that. I trained with Thor a couple of years, before my last Worlds, 2019. And we did dragging in that, and it might have been one of the earlier ones actually. It might have been earlier than
I think it was it when you went to Iceland?
Yes,
that was 2017.
Yeah, 2017. And he made dragging. If it's heavy, he will be almost unbeatable at it. I think I could have trained dragging every day for a year and still not beaten him.
Yeah,
he's just so naturally good at it.
And then there are guys that are just fast as well.
If it's just about speed, fast, which it shouldn't be at the Arnolds, if it was about just being quick, yes, there's guys that can beat him. But if it's genuinely heavy, as you'd expect it to be at the Arnolds, I don't think anyone beats Thor on that event.
No,
it's Thor's problem is there's two pressing events in the competition.
Yeah, Mateusz is very good at a pull. Is he as good at a drag? I don't think I've seen Mateusz drag as much as
he's not as good as Thor. No way.
Not as good as Thor, but like I'm just not thinking number one. I'm thinking top three.
He could be top three, but like for me, Thor's like such a standout on that. It's like genuinely, he's as impressive as his deadlift is. He's unbelievable. Maybe more so.
What's interesting with Thor though, if this deadlift goes ahead, like, I guess it's a question for you, because as it is, it's planned to be like 2 weeks before for a world record attempt. One, how much does it take out of him for on the day at the Arnold's? And two, like realistically, can he train events and prep properly with like training for a world record deadlift?
I mean, yes, he can train events and stuff, but it will 100% affect him.
Yeah.
Like I think if he focuses on this deadlift, there's no way he wins the Arnold's.
No.
Obviously, he might decide that going for the deadlift before that is more worth it. I'd love to see him do the deadlift World Championships against everyone else where they've got the same amount of prep.
Yeah.
And obviously, from what we've heard, it's not enough prep for some of the guys that are doing it. Some of the guys are not able to do it because the date clashes with stuff. So if it goes ahead in February, I hate saying this because I want to see Thor compete, and I'm looking forward to in Strongman.
Yeah.
But if you don't have the best guys having the same amount of prep and ready for
is it going to change much in terms of the
what
conversation online?
Whereas if he comes and does it at the Deadlift World Championships, where it is, which the Eddie fans will always defend, he's doing it on the same bar, he's doing it against the best guys with the same amount of prep. No one can say anything, but we'll see what happens. There's obviously the elephant bar deadlift at the Arnold's, and he's the record holder on that, so I'd love to see him go and break that.
Ronan, hello everyone. The Arnold Strongman Classic events look very good. Yeah, I really like the events. I know I think I've seen two pieces of criticism. One, people saying about having two overheads in the 6 event competition.
It's not unusual for the Arnold's.
No, it's not. I think 2022 out of 5 events, 2 of them were overhead. We had a dumbbell and a log there. This year there were 2 grip events. So I think, like, I get it. Some people don't want to see.
Look, when I did the Arnold's, there was 2 overhead events. Believe me, I wish there wasn't.
Yeah, but also it's not like there's something that's not being tested because of the 2 overheads. Do you know what I mean? They're testing grip, back strength, overhead, moving with weight, like everything.
The events are good. They're good events. It's just you're always going to have your personal preference on what your events to be.
How is Mitch's bicep?
His bicep is a problem at the moment. Not like a huge problem, but we're having to be careful and work around it. But it's nothing major. We've just got to be careful so that we don't make things worse. And obviously starting prep for the Arnold's is not ideal because all our pressing is having to be done out of a rack. Not so bad for the behind the neck jerk type movements.
Big jerk.
But we can't really do any stone to shoulder and those type of movements. So at the moment, we just have to be a bit careful with it. But overall, Mitch is in great shape. And to be honest, the stone to shoulder is the last event. I think Mitch could not train it at all and still be a great position going into that. And when he's in a great position, he's usually good. So we will hopefully have at least 4 weeks to train it, but we have to listen to his body. And he's getting to that point in his career where he's starting to feel human. It sucks when you start kind of getting those niggles, and he needs to be a little bit smarter at times. Mitch is smart. I just mean he needs to trust the process and not like Mitch has this. He's just got this ability to push himself hard, and he wants to be better all the time. And sometimes you just got to accept that you need to hold back a little bit.
Dalton, Merry Christmas and Happy New Year, everyone, and of course, once again, Happy birthday.
Thank you very much, Dalton.
Has Holly had to go at the postman yet?
No, she's very friendly, to be fair.
She's like me. She's on first name terms with all of the delivery people in this house, so she gets on great with all of them. Paris in the chat, loving Arnold's events. Why Pavlo coming back? Truly think he could challenge Stoltman, Hooper, Bjornsson, Singleton, Trey to top tier strongman. Yes, he's coming back from Europe. How nice.
I don't want to put too much pressure on him. It's a huge injury he's coming back from. But I think just the fact to have the injury, go through what he's gone through, and then get back to that level, that's a great start. I don't expect him to come in and blow everyone away.
No.
But I'm interested just to see how he does and see what's been affected, what's still strong. I mean, I'm watching his training closely, and it'll be interesting to see between now and then how much he can improve. But yeah, great to see him back.
Yes, very excited to have the wide one back. Belated happy Christmas. Arnold's events look amazing. So many chances for athletes to really kick off the year with a bang.
Indeed.
It's exciting. I'm really looking forward to it. Can you explain the overhead medley at Arnold's? What's the choose your own adventure bit in the description about it? Well, I saw that as well. And I took that to mean maybe they're allowed to choose the order, but we don't have the event rules yet. I think New Year's Day, the rules will be sent out to the athletes, which means coaches will get them as well, which means we'll all know a little bit more at that point. But yeah, all we know is the same that you do. So it's an overhead stone press, a dumbbell, and a log lift timed.
Yeah.
Loz is looking into something.
I'm just checking something.
Yeah, that's okay. Loz, you're not looking old, you're looking distinguished.
Thank you very much.
Andrew gained 5 kilos in 7 days. Oh. Elpress, thank you for the super chat. Asked you long ago about a hypothetical strongest duo comp being Shaw/Thor. Does the rise of Hooper and Big Z beat the Twin Towers?
Oh, that's I always liked team competitions, and it's an interesting kind of thing to discuss. I think you could kind of throw in a number of combinations that would be hard to beat.
Yeah, they'd cover all bases between them. Yeah.
I mean, me and Terry were a good team.
Yeah.
Like, for two guys that weren't necessarily built the same, we kind of work quite well together. Some people can be super strong and just not work well together.
Like me. I'm joking. I'm not.
I mean, Thor and Brian mechanically would work well together.
Yeah.
Just
similar
the
builds
structures and stuff like that. That would be hard to beat for sure.
Yeah.
Obviously,
Big Z.
depends then if you're doing 2-man events or individual events.
Yeah.
Because Big Z and Mitch are unbelievable, but could they work together in a 2-man event?
Yeah.
Completely different style of pressing, for instance. You take Zadrunas, much more raw, tricep and shoulder based. Mitch is a lot more explosive. It's 2 completely different styles. So if they were doing like a 2-man log or something, that would be quite interesting.
Victor's in the chat. Hello, Victor. Please be on your best behavior. Oh, there you go. To be fair, you're only old for a strongman. You're not old any other way.
Thank you.
It was good to see Big Gav protecting Tyson Fury.
Yes. Love seeing Big Gav on the screen. He was right in the front of the screen.
I know, yeah. He had like a leading role at one point, didn't he? We were like, we know him.
Yeah. Someone said, is Par qualified for 2025 Worlds? No one has qualified for 2025 Worlds other than the winner of last year's and the people
Podium
that were top
finishers.
3 at Giants Live last year. Everything else after that will be a invitation.
Yeah.
But he is doing Europe's Strongest Man. I saw his name was down to do that.
Yes, he is. Yeah. Did you see Paul Smith's comment?
I did see Paul Smith's comment.
Oh dear. Kane hung off the lap pull down cable and it snapped. Of course he did. Oh,
he's okay.
We'll enjoy that later. Barbells and Battlefields, thank you for the super chat. Hi guys, Loz was my 39th subscriber and now we're at 800.
Excellent.
Thank you.
Closing in on that 1,000. You'll smash past that soon.
It's hard to grow a channel.
It's really hard. It's really hard. Just keep plugging away.
Yeah. Well done. Holly distracted them from the dreaded arm wrestling chat. Don't worry, we're all over it. We'd all rather talk puppies. Not those sorts of puppies, Loz.
What do you want about?
No, I'm joking. Loz, are you into anything that might be considered nerdy?
Yes. From space, dinosaurs,
arm wrestling,
history, arm wrestling, strongman, strength. Yeah. I think a lot of people involved in strength, various different types of strength, are nerds.
Yeah. Like cool nerds.
Cool. Well, we'll say they're cool nerds.
Yeah.
Some people might not think so, but yeah.
I think I'm a cool
nerd. I think both of us are a little bit nerdy.
Yeah, yeah. I'm a proper dog. How long does an invited athlete have to accept or decline the invitation? Could Thor accept last minute, or must he notify World Strongest Man?
I should imagine there
would be a cut-off date, which would be described in the email, because World Strongest Man get work visas for the athletes. So there'll be a time where they'll apply for that in bulk. So yeah, they wouldn't be given an infinite amount of time, because there's quite a lot that has to go into it. Just like things like the research team that pull the information together, like everyone needs some notice, because it's a real pain in the ass when someone gets injured last minute. And then
it's often why when it's in America and then there's a lot of pullouts last minute, they're American replacements,
backfills,
just because it's then becoming the easiest thing to fill quickly.
Yeah. My girlfriend says Adam Bishop looks like a Jack Daniel from Corrie. I've never seen Corrie, so I don't know what Daniel looks like.
Have you never watched Corrie? Ever?
No, never seen it.
Like, I've not watched it for a long time, but when I was young, I'd watch it with my gran.
No, I could tell you a couple of characters' names from like the front of TV magazines and stuff like that, like Deirdre.
It's
I've
funny
never watched it.
While we've been together, we've never watched soaps, have we?
No, never.
But yeah,
no, I only like saw some soaps as a child, but never watched them as an adult. Never.
In the UK,
I'm not about that life.
It's all about EastEnders and Corrie, wasn't it?
It was. Yeah, I don't know how many people watch it.
I'm so glad we don't watch soaps.
Oh God, yeah, no. Will the amateurs at the Arnold be in the same area as the pros, or will they be competing in a separate area? It is a separate area.
Yeah,
and I think that is described. Oh no, it's not on the Arnold's website. I think it's on the Strongman Corp posts, or on their website anyway, but it is different areas. So if you look on the Arnold Sports Festival website, though, you can see the schedules for both. There is quite a lot of clash. I think the only day it doesn't really is on the Sunday, because that's the last day of the Pro-Am. So that's the finals there, and it starts at 10 a.m. Whereas obviously the pro show is done by then. But we do have record breakers at 12 p.m. on the Sunday. So yeah, you're going to be everywhere, because you've got people competing in both, haven't you?
I have.
So,
yeah, we've got 5 pros and then a number of people competing in the amateurs.
In the amateurs as well, yeah.
Do you know what? I think
busy weekend.
It's a Pro-Am, which I think is really good that the Arnolds have made it a Pro-Am, because obviously this is the one direct route for anyone now
to do the Arnolds,
to get to the Arnolds,
to qualify.
I've been trying to convince a friend of mine to do it. I mean, I've got some clients in it, so some of my clients won't want me to convince this guy to do it because he's very good.
Really good, yeah.
But I think he's one of the best strongmen that would be suited to the Arnolds. Maybe not the best strongman in terms of like World's Strongest Man, but I think with his strength,
the Arnold
suits him.
Wow, this is already a pro strongman. Look, we don't have the pro system in the UK, but he would be considered a pro.
Very much so, yeah.
See if you can guess who we're talking about in the comments. Be good to see Wide back in the mix. Great to see Wide back. How long will the guys need to prep for the Arnolds? Well, they have about 8 weeks from now.
Yeah, like ideally you want 12 to 16. And with some of the athletes I coach, you know, we had started prepping with what we thought would be.
Yeah, there's certain things
early phases of prep. Obviously, now that we know the events, I've literally been finishing up today, changing some people's programs so that everything is now focused on what we know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, the good thing is that they've all got the exact same amount of prep time, haven't they?
Yeah, absolutely.
It was, I think, Christmas Day, or the evening of Christmas Eve. It was that Jan sent out the events to everyone as a little Christmas gift. So they've all been given the exact same amount of time. February sounds like a really poor time for a major comp, be it deadlift or otherwise. Between World's Strongest Man and Royal Albert Hall is probably best. Yeah, there's not many gaps in the calendar anymore, but I agree. Between June would be good. There's nothing in June.
Yeah,
there's
no.
And
if Thor was going to focus just on the deadlift, he doesn't tend to do. It doesn't look like he'll do worlds.
No,
it would
I don't
be
think
ideal
he'll be doing worlds. Yeah. You'd have a really long.
You'd almost do just any time after the Arnolds for Thor.
Yeah. I think they did good with the events. Excited for the carry and drag and the overhead gauntlet. Yes.
I'm excited for this carry and drag. It looks very different. I'm anxious to see what the weights are, because I think at the Arnolds it needs to be heavy. That's what we love about the Arnolds.
And also it's going into some sort of like sleigh type thing. So you want it heavy, but you don't want it unmovable by the time.
No. You want it to move.
And the weight that and
But I think because it's indoors, it needs to be heavy because the friction won't be such an issue.
Yeah.
Like outdoors, we've had problems before where they'll test it somewhere
and then move it,
and then they'll put it, the actual competitions on a different type of surface, and things are unmovable. Whereas indoor surfaces are usually a little bit more steady and easier to pull them.
Laura, hello, so glad you guys are live for Strongman Sunday. Thank you for keeping the routine alive for those of us who need it.
Thank you very much.
We need the routine as well. I am suffering over here, guys, with having the kids home. It sounds terrible.
So funny.
I love my children, but we still have to work. And we have a 7-year-old whose favourite word is mama. Mama, mama. I'm like, ooh. I hear it in my sleep. You did take her out for me yesterday. Yeah, you took her to the cinema. But then you left me all day today.
I did, yeah. Like Liz said, we absolutely adore our kids, but my God, they can drive you nuts at times.
Yeah, I thrive in routine. I really miss it right now. Just like everything. Yeah, I need routine in my life. I don't know if I'm coming or going. Oh, it's horrible. The only thing routine right now, I'm still waking up at the same time every day. Oh. Any word on the weights? No. And athletes don't have any word either. So we know what the athletes know. And like actual weights won't be confirmed until closer to the time when things are being built. Like that's not even going to be included in the rules.
We know the behind the neck or the jerk. The jerk can be done behind the neck or in front pressing. It doesn't have to be a jerk. It's basically an overhead anyhow. That is a max event. The deadlift is a max event. Yeah. Historically, the frame is 400 kilos for the men.
Yeah.
I think it was actually lighter than I expected it to be last year for the women. I'm expecting it to be a little bit heavier this year.
Last year or this year? Because they did increase the weight this year.
Yeah, this year was a bit better, wasn't it? The first year it was a bit light.
It was too light last year. It was a little bit of a drag.
So it'll be interesting to see what weight the women's will be. But I think the men's will remain how it is because it's very challenging.
I'm wondering, I feel like maybe it's going to be a new implement this year, just because it's always been called the timber carry, and this year she called it the frame carry. So I don't know if, and she didn't confirm the weights. Wow, maybe I am looking into it too deeply. I don't know.
It's still up the ramp.
We will see.
So
yeah, it is still up the ramp. We know that.
And no straps.
Yes, no straps. Yeah.
Because they have used straps before where they go
heavier. Where it's been heavier, Toby, with the members current hyped for Strongman 2025, Arnold's events are great.
Yes. I was excited when I saw them. Thought it looks good.
Can't wait to see his royal wideness compete again.
He's looking massive. Absolutely massive.
Luke Richardson has done well to come back from some awful injuries. Do you think he's a good contender for a podium finish at Sheffield? Oh, he's my favourite.
I think he can win. Yeah, I think Luke is the favourite to win. Both of us do, don't we?
Yeah. Well, if you look at everyone else who's going to be in Britain's, the 2 times Luke competed last year, he beat them all, didn't he?
Yeah.
Well, not all of them. He hasn't been up against all of them, but
the ones he did compete against.
Yes, exactly. He came out on top.
As long as he stays injury free, he's a top 10 in the world, no doubt about it.
Yeah. Scott, thank you for the super chat. Hello, fellow inefficient chemical engines. Just baked 124 cookies with mum. Family recipe. What's that say? Lebuchens. Late, but a nice thing to hand out to friends. Very how nice. There we go. I'm not a baker.
No, neither of us.
I'd be very fat if I was a baker. I'd just rather not have cake in the house.
Yeah, some people that like to bake, but for other people.
I'm not that person.
No. I'm glad you don't bake because I would eat it.
Yeah,
and that would be a problem.
Yeah, so would I. We'd have big problems. Big.
Toby had a good old Christmas bulk.
Christ, Toby. I went from 126 on Christmas Eve to 132 on Boxing Day somehow. All-time heaviest. Back down to reasonable-ish. 128 now, hoping to level out.
I'm sure you will, buddy.
The good thing is, when it goes on super quick like that, it can come off super quick too. It's not really fat, is it? It's water retention and all that jazz. So you'll be fine. Just stop now.
Getting back into routine. I tend to, like, if I come off routine, like I have this week, I can fluctuate, put on 5 kilos, and I'll lose it by Friday of, for start on Monday, by Friday, it's kind of gone back down.
Yeah. This question, you always have the most interesting questions. Have we met Terry's new fiance? And if so, what do you think? Of course we've met her.
Yeah,
and she's lovely. Yeah.
She's got amazing calves.
Yeah, she does.
Well jealous.
Yeah, she does. No, she's really, really nice.
Yeah.
couple of times last year. We spent a few hours with them at airports. Actually,
yeah, we had a few,
with them, a few
like
meals together. Yeah, and she's really sweet, really nice, and Terry seems super happy, which is good. What matters most. Look who's in the chat. Rebecca Roberts. Hey everyone.
Are you feeling better?
No, she is full of lurgy. Hope you're all good. Rebecca, in a few, I think it's 3 weekends time, she's going to be spending a couple of days with us. What fun we will have. So we're going to get some footage training for the Arnolds.
Yes.
So she's staying 2 nights.
Cool. Looking forward to having Becca down.
Yes, we are. But just get better. Don't bring your disgusting germs with you. Hi, Rebecca. Hope you start feeling better. Great to see you are part of Team Liz. Only in spirit, because she is technically Team Loz now. Tom, thank you for the super chat. How can Matthias improve in deadlift? That's the only thing that's holding him back. Team Loz.
With Matthias, it's more of a mental issue with his deadlift.
It really is.
And I mean, he's had some lat injuries and stuff like that. But it's just got into his head. He at one time pulled 420 kilos. If he could do that consistently, it'd be a problem. Because although it wouldn't win, it wouldn't be last either.
No,
He'd kind of be picking up points.
Yeah.
But he's had a few injuries and it is tough after injuries. It does get into your head. But it's more a matter of the mental side.
It's a lack of confidence in his body to hold together when he pushes super hard on the deadlift.
Maybe he needs to see a psychologist or something.
Psychologist, yeah. He is working with JF right now on his deadlift specifically.
Yeah,
but
he's got good people around him.
Yeah, it is a mental thing.
Because I mean, everything else he's so phenomenal at.
Yeah, but he's had like a reoccurring issue with his lat. He's had issues with the triceps. These are all things you really feel.
I think technically he used to have a bit of an issue where he tried to almost squat the weight up and try and deadlift a bit like Brian or Eddie, and he's built completely different. He needs to focus more on hinging through the hips and glutes and hamstrings. But other than that, it's just a mental issue.
Yeah. He'd be okay. Russ, thank you for the super chat. Have you considered doing an intro to Strongman events videos? There are so many different deadlift events. I'm confused with the different bars. Why isn't bench press a Strongman event?
I've done bench in a Strongman comp before. It wasn't exactly like a powerlifting bench press, but it was. If you ever seen like a Viking press, but we just did it lying down.
Yeah. In
a bench press position. So I have seen bench probably 4 or 5 times in Strongman. It's not an event that comes up all that often.
Not super common,
actually, the British under 120s are doing bench in their qualifier.
It would be quite a lot of work doing intros to Strongman events. We did a video once.
Every single event at Worlds.
Every event they've done at Worlds, and like not including the different types. So say, they do carry and drag 10 different ways over the times they've done it at Worlds. So we'd count that as one. They've done 91 different events at the World's Strongest Man.
Crazy.
And that was when I made that video 2 or 3 years ago. There's more since then. So yeah, it's a fun video.
You often see with Strongman the events sort of go in phases.
Yes, we do tend
something
to get
becomes really popular for a while, then disappears, and then comes back 10, 15, 20 years later.
Yeah. And we end up getting sick of the sound or something, don't we? Like bloody wrecking ball or sandbag steeplechase.
It's exciting when it's you, and then once you see it again and again and again, it gets too much.
Overdose.
Yeah.
Do
you think Paul Smith deserves an invite?
Honestly, and I say this with love, no, because he didn't qualify. And I feel bad for him. It clashed with a holiday, but he didn't qualify. And I think they should stick to their qualifying route. However, then they leave themselves open to criticism when they invite Par to Europe, who also didn't qualify for Brits and isn't doing Brits.
But they didn't invite Par to Brits.
No, they didn't.
There's no qualifier for Europe's.
Technically, yeah. But you either have a qualifying system or you don't.
Is Par really technically eligible to do Britain's?
Oh, that's a different kind of worms, and I'm not prepared to open it.
I think for Brits, there should be a qualifying system, 100%.
Yeah.
I do. And, as harsh as it is, there's people I coach that have beaten Paul this year that aren't going to be going to Britain as well.
Yeah,
and that's not like Paul has beaten those people as well.
Yeah.
But
he wouldn't naturally be next in line.
No, he's not naturally kind of, definitely the guy that's going to podium. I actually, I'll be honest, I think Paul's levels dropped slightly from a few years ago. He's obviously had a baby. He's got things that are going on in his life that maybe have distracted him from his performances. So, and there's nothing to say he can't get back to his best. But I think, and we've seen it with other athletes, sometimes when you don't give people that automatic invite, it makes them go away and work hard.
We saw that with Maxime this year.
Hopefully Paul does that. I'm sure he wants to do the qualifier this year coming forwards. And if he works hard, you know, Paul's a great strongman with some fantastic events. But I don't think Paul or Pa or anyone, for that matter, should just be handed the spot.
No, I don't think so either. Like,
myself
should be
included.
The next people down on the list who did do the qualifier.
If I could have just decided I wanted to compete at Britain's, there's a chance they let me.
Right. Yeah, but
I don't think I should be allowed.
No,
I think I should have to do the qualifier to prove I'm still good enough, which some people don't agree with. I think it should be like that. Yeah. Like, genuinely, if I turn around and say I want to compete at Britain's again, the only way you'll see me go to Britain's is I will do the qualifier first.
Yeah.
And if I can't qualify through the qualifier, I'm not good enough.
I agree with you, but there is a separate side to that argument, which is the bums on seats argument.
Yes,
selling tickets.
But that's why I think
draws and
that's where I think a Legends comp would be a good idea.
Yeah. Oh God, let's not go into the Legends comp.
What I'm saying is, it's just my opinion, and people don't have to agree. It's literally what I think. I think you have to let new people have the opportunity to prove themselves, because maybe they will be the next superstar. Yeah. And Paul has had a good few opportunities. He hasn't taken them, like, he hasn't won Britain's or anything like that yet. I know he's won UK's, but he didn't do the qualifier, doesn't get to do this show. He can be motivated to go and qualify next year. We're going to get some new guys that will get the opportunity this year. There's going to be other tough guys, because that pool just below the top guys is growing all the time. There's so many good athletes that are in that kind of mix now that it is tough when you slip out of that top level. It's like doing OSG. Yeah, you know, we saw guys that have been to Worlds finishing three of the 4 guys that have been to Worlds didn't make the top 10. It's a high standard. And it, you know, when I was I think I said earlier, I don't know if I got distracted, I think the pro-am at the Arnold is amazing. Yeah. Because you got in the past, it's only been the best amateurs. Now, the best pros as well that aren't at the Arnolds have the opportunity to try and qualify. Yeah. Which I think is quite interesting. I don't know how many of them will take that opportunity, because it's paying their own way to go there and stuff like that.
You can't be too proud, though. If you really want to do the Arnold and you're not someone who's coming in winning international competitions, that's what you have to do.
You know who, to try and convince him to do it, because I think it's the best opportunity he'd get to go to the Arnolds. And there's other guys as well that, you know, Browno, he might be interested in doing something. I think Browno would struggle more because of the full comp and some of his injuries. But, you know, he used to do the Arnold's qualifiers. Right now, this is the only one.
He's done a few.
And it's open to anyone.
In Ohio as well. He's done the pro show too. Trigger Jim finally made it for live on time. Hello, Trigger Jim. And Rebecca Roberts. I'm definitely Team Liz. Sorry, Loz.
She's just saying that.
She's not. She's really not. We love each other very much.
We need a Team Liz and Loz.
No. People have to choose.
You are so competitive.
Yeah.
I thought I was competitive until I met Liz. It's probably one of our biggest problems.
What?
That we're both competitive.
Oh, I think it's fun.
Well, it's fun because I beat you at most things. But...
My team's better than yours. Maybe not athletically, but the type of people that we are. Very superior. Well, Strongest Man fans are all nerdy. We're basically hardcore spreadsheet enthusiasts. That's very true, Robert. Very true. Big Bang Theory with the members' comments. What's your favourite dinosaur? Mine's a Stegosaurus.
Oh, Stegosaurus is good. I like Triceratops, probably. Just think they're cool.
I don't have one.
Spinosaurus?
No.
No?
I'd be lying. Okay. I don't care for any. Maybe like a
anytime we go out on like one of those
family day out things that has a dinosaur.
We always go around those areas.
We do always go around them, mostly because I enjoy watching small children get scared by the sudden dinosaur noises. There's always one, isn't there? Screaming. So bad. Oh. Proper witchy cackle. Michael, thank you for the members comment. Loz, what's the status of your coaching app?
It's coming together pretty well. We are very close to being able to launch it now. A couple more videos need doing, a couple more bits on the technical side of it. But yes, it's just kind of arranging time
with
everyone.
I've been testing it, haven't I?
You've been testing it?
Yeah.
Liz has been figured out how to work it now?
I know, I was such an idiot. I was like, why can't I do this? And they're like, have you tried pressing them? Yeah, so I'm making sure it's idiot proof. Do you think on the big jerk event we'll see 250 kilos plus?
We saw 246 at World's Strongest Man.
In 2022,
so
yeah.
It's possible.
We think so, definitely.
It's definitely possible.
Can we get a damn car flip in 2025?
That would be cool. That would be cool. Car flip is good. Last comp I've seen car flip, probably UK's.
Yeah.
UK's have done car flip a few times.
Hey, Jeremy. I made my first live. Love watching this every week after the fact. Well,
good to have you here with us, Jeremy.
Loz, do you have a telescope?
No, I don't.
Cousin Fred, thank you for gifting memberships, Fred. Bless you.
Hey, Fred, hope you're well, buddy.
Christmas.
Any New Year Eve plans?
No, we're not doing anything this year. We had a nice one last year, didn't we? We went to London. Yeah, watched a show, got some dinner, watched the fireworks. Yeah, it was very nice. That was good. This year,
taking the kids out on New Year's Day, aren't we?
Yeah, we're taking the kids to Legoland on New Year's Day. So there we go. Didn't Deirdre die a few years ago? Probably. Josh Spurgeon. No, it's not Josh that he's talking about.
Well, Josh is doing it, but it's not.
Is Josh doing it?
I didn't. No, he's not. No, he's not. He's not doing it. Josh is focused. Josh is focusing on the Shaw.
Yes, the strongest man on earth, which he has qualified for. Yeah. God, I know the status of Team Loz better than you, honestly.
Well, you're supposed to be Team Loz as well.
Well.
You just get competitive.
We're past that. Cousin Fred, thank you for the super chat. Belated happy birthday,
Thank you very much, Fred.
Great events for Arnold's, counting down the days.
Fred, who's going to win the Arnolds? I want your top 3 prediction.
Are there 3 Americans in there? Because he'll definitely predict them.
Yes.
There is 3 Americans. Yeah. Evan.
Yeah. Trey.
Nick and Austin.
Austin
will be America.
He's American.
At the Arnold.
He's Mexican at Worlds, but he's American.
Yeah. Do you think it would be better if athletes couldn't see? No. God, no. I would hate that.
I don't think that's... Like, that would make it really boring in my eyes, because if you watch sport in general, it's the reaction to what your opponent's doing that also has an impact on your performance. Whereas if it was just mechanical, just about lifting the most weights, and you take out that kind of personal interaction, the reacting to your opponents, the environment that you're competing, the reaction of the crowd, all that is so important for sport. If you would just take all that away, it's very boring in my kind of... It's like watching the darts. I don't know if anyone here is darts fans, but when
we love the darts.
Yeah, we love the darts. But like, if your opponent's kind of constantly putting you under pressure, it can make you miss, or it can make you raise your level. And that it's the same in like boxing and football, where there's a reaction to what your opponent's doing. It makes it quite interesting.
Also, doing well in an event in Strongman means you have the privilege of going later on the next event and seeing how your opponent does. So that would do away with that, which I would hate personally. Like, I'm thinking about if I was competing, which I'm not, but no.
I've competed in lots of different types of competitions where sometimes you don't get to do that. But even just head to head, that reaction to what your opponent's doing can put you off, or it can kind of make you be better. And the best athletes react to those situations. That's why you can't worry about what people do in the gym. It's what you do under pressure that counts.
Michael asking if anyone knows if there will be standing room areas for World's Strongest Man. I don't see the value in a ticket, but might go. I don't believe there is, Michael. From what I can gather, everything I've read, you have to have a ticket to enter the competition area. So I don't know if they're having their tiny jumbotron again this year. I don't know, to be honest. Hopefully there'll be a bit more forthcoming with information this year, and we'll be able to tell you more. But yeah, the tickets are expensive.
Rick is with you. He thinks they're changing up the frame.
Thank you, Rick. I agree.
What's making you both think that?
They changed the name of it. They usually, I have emails from previous years where it's called the timber carry, and now it's called frame carry. No, that's literally it.
It's still same distance, still up a ramp.
No,
I
know.
Like,
all I think is that it'll be a different piece of
maybe it's because the women are in and they
maybe they're making one thing that's loadable. Maybe. Yeah, could be. But like if that means different handles or something, that might change things up a little bit. Who knows? Who knows?
Hey Loz, did you know Maruisz personally? Because I can hardly find anything about his gym lifts and would love to know his static numbers. So yes, I knew Maruisz, competed with Maruisz, did a number of shows for him. Got on pretty well with him, to be honest, early on in my career. His best gym lifts were good, not kind of some of the crazy numbers that we see around now, but he was a very good bench presser, sort of benching around 260 sort of mark, maybe slightly more actually. Deadlifting around the 400 mark. He was a good squatter for reps, not so much for like high weights. But I'd say he was a good squatter, not so much to the top guys now, but you know, he had decent numbers, but it was his sheer physical conditioning and his speed and, you know, his athleticism that made him such a good strongman. He wasn't a static monster. He wasn't like a 450 kilo deadlifter or a 400 plus kilo squatter. He was more a rep man, more like a bodybuilder, just the ability to rep out weights, but not so good when it came to that top end strength. Yeah. Not to say he was weak by any means, but just when you compare to the real strong guys that we've seen.
I'm assuming Loz is talking about Hicks here.
It's a good guess.
Bob asking, did you see Bubba Pritchett's yoke carry with 805 pounds?
I didn't see that.
I saw it on Instagram. That's insane. Like, I was trying to figure out the heaviest I've carried on a yoke. Kilos. That's stupid. Like, just over like 310 pounds I've managed, and I thought I was going to die. That's a lot of weight though on your back.
That's a lot of weight.
800 pounds.
He's
Crazy.
A strong boy.
He is not a normal 14-year-old boy. Oh yes, people who think Pavlo is the wide king forget the original Vititis Lalas.
I'll tell you what, I've met both of them, stood next to them both. Lalas was very wide, but Pavlo is wider and taller, which makes it even more kind of crazy.
I was going to say, I mean, Lalas was crazy wide, and I think his height accentuated that wideness. He looked like Mr. Strong, but with legs. He wasn't triangle shaped.
Lalas was an awesome strongman.
Yeah, he was.
But I mean, I've met so many massive guys, obviously doing strongman,
it just gets normalized, doesn't it?
But Pavlo is one of the few that you're just like, whoa.
Whoa, that guy is genuinely huge. Michael, is it? Is that Michael? We'll call you Michael. Thank you for the members' comment. Just wanted to wish out a happy new year.
Thank you very much. Happy
Same
New Year
to you too. Has anyone got any interesting plans? Christian Nielsen in the chat. I've gone from 148 kilos at the Magnus for Magnuson Classic to 137 today. Christmas not making you heavier this time.
Good man.
How nice.
Hope you are training hard. So you're back in the gym, so that's good.
It's a good question. You and Terry have both said that the strongest man you know in terms of brute static strength is Eddie at his peak. Who is the purely strongest woman you've ever encountered?
Andrea. Andrea, in terms of just gym strength, at everything, very much like Eddie. She can squat, she can deadlift, she can press, she can shoulder press. I think Andrea would have made a better powerlifter than strong woman. But yeah, she is the strongest woman. Like when she comes to the gym, the men are terrified because literally there's not really an area that the average gym goer will be stronger than her.
Her strict press. I've been watching.
There's women that are stronger at a lot of things.
Yeah.
But you know,
to combine it all.
But to have, I think she'd be an amazing bodybuilder if she can have, you know, she carries a lot of muscle. And I think she could have been an incredible powerlifter, but she just finds it boring. I've actually tried at one stage. I was like, you should go for the world record because I genuinely think she would have got the total record, but she's just got no interest in it at all. But when you see her training in the gym, like if she comes down now, I don't want to train shoulders with her.
No, it's ridiculous. Well, I was just about to say, I've been watching back some of our footage from this year because I'm putting together like a compilation of the funny moments, and watching her completely strict press 115 kilos on an axle. I think it was no legs at all.
I've seen her doing 140 kilos, like strict press seated.
Ridiculous.
Like
crazy. Where are we? Is Arnold UK happening? This is a very good question because we still don't know.
I have a feeling it's happening a bit later in the year.
I hope it does still happen. I think later in the year is a smart choice. Do you know what? Something between Worlds and the Strongman Classic would be lovely.
It's certainly not happening just after like this year.
We have 2 areas of the year now, which is super condensed, and it's like the springtime and then late autumn, early winter, I guess. There's not much in the summer. You've got the Strongest Man on Earth in August, the Strongman Classic in July, nothing in June, not at that level anyway. No. So something there would be nice. Yeah. How would Magnus Samuelsson do if he arm wrestled the best arm wrestler at Loz's club?
I don't know what level Magnus is at right now, but the best guy at my club is world class.
Yeah, he's the British #1 heavyweight, isn't he?
He's competed in like some of the top things. He's beaten some, high level arm wrestlers.
Yeah, so he'd probably lose, wouldn't he?
I would expect so. Yeah. But I mean, Magnus was very good. I don't know what kind of level he's at right now and how much training he's putting in. But obviously, he's very good, but there's some good guys in the club.
Bring back the sausage hold. Where are we? Do we know what shape Gav is in? Hope he has a good
I wish Colin would stop doing that.
Colin likes mentioning double dip.
Colin needs to stop mentioning that.
I know.
Definitely. Colin, if you're watching, stop going on about double dipping.
Bloody stop it. It's not funny anyway.
It's almost like it's almost like he has a nervous tick about it.
Yeah. Can't stop it.
Viking Press is mentioned and he has to say it. It's like, Colin, shut up.
What we need is some sort of like a remote control buzz system to give him a shock every time he does it. Just to like,
I don't think he's doing it like in a mean way. It's just like some weird tick he's got.
It's like a knee-jerk reaction. He can't help himself. Yeah, we'll have to.
The problem is, I think some people kind of understand the joke, but he's doing it in front of everyone. So there's a lot of people that don't understand the joke, and it's just like, Colin, stop.
Oh dear. Who is doing the deadlift in February? We have no idea, to be honest. I know Rauno's training for it, and Thor. That's all I know. There might we know more have been invited.
I know Mitch was asked.
Yeah, but it's on his daughter's first birthday, and there's no way in hell he'll miss that, for anything. So we don't know, to be honest.
But there's no like official.
There's been no official announcement yet. No. I feel like Thor was supposed to do it already, so I don't know. I don't know.
So it doesn't sound like anything's kind of 100%
official yet. No. Paddy Haynes in the chat. Hi, Paddy. Hope you're doing well. People saying nice things to Paddy. Yeah. There's some sort of issue with Fingal's finger for Paddy. I don't know what's going on. Got to be one for the future. Team Liz versus Team Loz. Yes. We're waiting for Mitch to retire, though.
I hope Rebecca realises she's Team Loz.
She's got the best of all worlds because she's coached by you, but she's Team Liz in her heart and spirit. So that would be best for everyone.
Best for you.
No one actually needs coaching by me. I do offer spiritual guidance and like agony aunting.
Yes. Yeah, you help in many ways.
I do. Liz's favourite dinosaur is Singleton. Yes, it is actually.
The T-Rex.
There we go. Speaking of qualifying systems, how does one qualify for Team Liz? You have to send in an official application. Chances are I won't even read it. If I do, you'll probably be rejected. It's very, very elite. If you had to pick, would you rather see Thor's overhead improve or Mateusz's deadlift?
Mateusz's deadlift.
Yeah. No hate to Thor.
No hate to Thor.
I love Thor.
We love Mateusz.
Yeah.
Like Thor's won everything. There's nothing he needs to prove.
No.
Mateusz still hasn't won like those
major. Yeah.
I'd love to see Mateusz win either Worlds or the Arnolds before he retires.
Liz, you forgot Bobby.
Bobby is very much Team Loz.
And American in the Arnold's lineup. Yes, yeah. I didn't forget him the other day, though, did I?
No, you didn't.
You were still in bed and I texted you. It's Bobby's birthday today. You were like, oh, all right, thanks. Oh, dear. When will there be predictions for Arnold's? Would love to see. Oh, Lucas Hatton as well, of course.
5 Americans.
Yeah, it's a lot. Yeah, there you go.
Lucas is going to be tough.
Yeah, we'll wait. We'll wait till much closer to the day. But one thing we're hoping to do is get all 23 athletes on for like miniature talking strongmen over the next couple of months in the build up to the Arnolds to see how they're getting on and everything. That would be fun, won't it?
Yeah.
I think they're changing up the frame because the times will be getting too close together, plus the name change. Potentially. Yeah, maybe.
You guys might be right. And you might be overthinking it. We'll see.
We're not overthinking it.
You're definitely overthinking it. You're always overthinking it.
No. Yeah, speaking of gym lifts, Lucas's 600 for 20 on the squat was insane.
That was insane.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a big fan of high rep squats. I've done some pretty impressive 20 rep squats myself, and that is one of the most impressive things I've seen.
Yeah. My fear is that Strongman will lose Bubba to football.
No chance. Bubba is so crazy about Strongman. It's just football wouldn't even come into it, I think, for him. Everything is Strongman with that kid.
People hoping Arnold UK is happening. Will there be a Liz training session by Andrea in 2025?
I hope so.
We'll try and make it happen. I was planning on doing one with Rebecca in a couple of weeks' time.
Yeah.
Because me and Rebecca are just stupid together, to be honest. But it would be quite funny as well.
What I love about Andrea when she comes down is she'll try and get out of doing things herself, but she'll make you do things.
Yeah, she will. She's such a bitch. And I never tell on her when she's cheating or like making the weights lighter or skipping reps.
She needs to stop cheating, doesn't she?
I've never told on her once. And then she's like, take your hands off there. Like, do it the hard way. But why? She's so mean to me. Yeah, she's happy to push other people. Will Hooper dominate 2025?
Luke Richardson, Tom Stoltman thought it might be harder than 2024. Let's hope so. Even as Mitch's coach, I want to see everyone at their best.
Yeah.
I want to see Strongman exciting, but Mitch is training hard, so he's going to be tough to beat, but those guys will all be training hard as well.
Mm. Hey, Loz and Liz, I just found out that Paul Dickinson passed away. Did you like him as a commentator?
Very much so. Him. Paul Dickinson was a brilliant commentator.
Yeah.
I used to love when it was on the BBC listening to him.
Yeah, he is classic strongman.
I've spoken to Paul quite a few times. Really nice guy. And yeah, he was brilliant.
Yeah, next weekend, actually, we're going to a celebration of Jeff Cates,
yes,
aren't we?
Yep.
Up in Peterborough.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, we'll be away for that next Saturday. Where is this deadlift competition going to be?
We don't know anything about it.
No,
that's the
really
genuine answer. We don't know anything about it.
Aside from the birth of his children, what is the highest point of Loz's life? Probably me
marrying Liz. If we're talking strongman,
no,
sorry.
No, we're not.
No, there's been a lot of highlights. I've been very lucky to do a lot of incredible things, really, haven't I?
Yeah, you have. Yeah,
been in various different movies. I've obviously, got Liz in my life, my kids. I'm very lucky that I get to travel all over the world, working on strongman events or arm wrestling events and different other sports that I've kind of worked on as well. Very, very lucky.
Mm. Honestly, the days out with strong women and strong men on the members channel are some of the best videos. I agree. So much fun.
Yeah, I was on Deal or No Deal as well.
You were on Deal or No Deal.
I forget a lot of the stuff that I've done.
Yeah. Which is a sign of a good life, isn't it?
Yeah.
How lucky. There you go. Oh, we've reached the bottom, Lottie.
We have.
We've bottomed out.
Should
we leave?
I'm just trying to think of other things.
501 people watching.
Yeah, thank you all for joining us. We weren't sure it would be very busy tonight.
Poignant number in Strongman, isn't it? 501
or 504.
Or 504. We need one more. We won't leave until we get it.
For you 500 that are watching, if you don't already subscribe to the channel, please do that and give the video a like. Definitely helps us lots, doesn't it?
Yes, it does. We've got a couple of fun videos coming up this week. What have we got? Like the best of Big Loz Official 2024 is hopefully going to be ready for tomorrow. I'm doing my best. Whoa, we've dropped to 496. Get it back up.
I was trying to put that up.
Do you prefer coaching or competing?
I would lie if I said I didn't miss competing. I used to love competing, but I genuinely really love coaching. I've said like many times, I love what I do. I'd like to do slightly less in an ideal world. If I was financially secure and kind of had everything in place, I would coach a few less people, but I genuinely love coaching people. I love kind of going to the events and being part of Strongman.
It's really nice.
We're very lucky to do what we do. And just to, with all my clients, from the very top guys to the more sort of just people that just want to train to feel stronger and better, you develop a relationship with those people, and it's always
sharing the successes.
Yeah, it's great. And I get just as much out of some of the people that people won't have heard of, but their lives are better, they are happier in their own lives, they're working, they're getting stronger, they enjoy what they're doing. That's just great to see.
Can you wish me a fabulous Christmas, please, Loz?
Patrick, I hope you've had a fabulous Christmas and an even more fabulous New Year.
God, what happened to the man I married? So manly back then.
Do you want me to start hitting myself with a stick again?
Yeah, please. Sexier. Got my tickets and can't wait to see everyone at the Arnold. Yes, Diego, we can't wait either.
We're looking forward to the Arnold.
Yeah, really excited. We're coming a day earlier as well, which is nice. I've always felt rushed at the Arnolds. I get off the plane and then it's like athletes meeting this straight away, isn't it? Familiarization. Yeah. We're literally running around.
We're going to come a day earlier just to settle in.
Soak it all in. Hopefully it's not freezing there this year. We don't go to enough warm places for competitions, do we? We really don't.
No.
Especially
we've not been to Dubai for a few years now.
No, exactly. Yeah. Colorado was nice and hot. Yeah. Vegas was hot, but if they move from Vegas to somewhere, oh God, I bet they go somewhere cold. OSG's been bloody freezing these last couple of years as well.
I assume like Loz's highlight was getting Jack PGM video.
Yeah, that was a highlight. That was great. That was so much fun.
Good.
When I saw it pop up on the algorithm, I was genuinely terrified. I was like, a meme video of us. This is going to be horrendous. But he was very kind. Thank God. Yeah. I was genuinely nervous watching it, but it was funny. Thank you for all your hard work.
Thank you very much, Sarah.
Camp Loz already has the photo. What are they talking about?
Don't know.
Where are we? I hope Adam Roszkowski gets a chance to do a giant slide. That would be cool.
Yeah.
People like Adam, though, they really need to pursue, even if it's OSG Europe's, would be good, wouldn't it? Because it's a little bit easier there, dare I say it, but it is, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
Lost in that ridiculous Chinese get-up.
Yeah. There's been a lot of highlights of my career, but there's been a lot of lows as well. You just have to ride them out.
Yeah. Did you say you can? Yes, we are. Oh, it's just outside of Peterborough anyway. Yes. It's for like a memorial for Jeff Capes on Saturday. So yeah, we will be in the area. There we go. Have you ever seen the flagpole raise? Great event.
Yes, I've done it.
Yeah, you've done it at UK's.
I've done it twice. Yeah, it was the last event of when I won UK's. Annoyingly, I picked up an injury on it, but I'd already done enough to win the event. And then I did it again at Glenn's Summer Mania.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
And speaking of flagpoles, unrelated but not, do you all remember when Rauno did a human flagpole?
Rauno's impressive.
But like once you come off of here, if you haven't seen it, search in YouTube. We'll find out this year. I'll get him to do it.
If you watch this, can you still do the flagpole?
Yeah, I think he's in bed.
Human flag.
Human flag. I think he's in bed. He went out last night. He was drinking late.
Yeah. You'll need a day tucked up in bed.
Yeah, you need to search for it. Rauno Hain, human flag. It's one of the most bizarre things you've ever seen in your life. So there you go. We will leave you on that note. What fun we've all had.
Indeed.
Say goodbye. Also.
Have a great new year with whatever you guys are doing. We'll catch you guys next week.
Smile and wave. Keep smiling.